So today I'm going to show you how to create this rainbow variegated hemp bracelet. It's really a lot of fun, super easy to make, and the kit has everything that you will need to make it. So there is the variegated rainbow hemp, and then there are a variety of beads in a couple different sizes. So to get started, you're going to want to use your jewel loom. And I work with the jewel loom in this horizontal position so that it is always in front of my body. So the first thing you're going to do is lay it flat with the top part of it facing up towards the ceiling. The top part has the words jewel loom stamped into it, so you'll know that that is the top of your loom. Now the metal rod comes with the jewel loom, and you're going to need to insert it into the loom. So what I do is I take the bottom hole and the rod, insert that into the bottom hole, and then very gently I take the loom and I bend it up and pop it into the top hole, pop the rod into the top hole. So the next thing that we want to do is we want to start to create our warps. So we're going to turn the loom over, and as you can see there are two buttons on the back side of the loom, and this is where I'm going to tie on to. You can see that I've already had a project going on this one at one time. So we're working from the spool of hemp, and we'll just put that big part to the side, and we're going to tie this onto the back button that is closest to our body. And what I do to get started is I create a little, what I refer to as an air loop. It's just the beginning of your knot, but it helps me to guide that loop on to the button. And when I do that, I want to start to create the knots so that they are in the middle here of the button and closest again to my body. So that was our first knot. This will be our second, and each time I'm just making sure that I really pull nice and hard so that my knot is really secure. So now we're ready to create our warps. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring the hemp and we're just going to let it rest over here on top of the grooves. This hemp is a little bit thicker than beading thread, so it won't necessarily lay in between the grooves, it will lay on top of the grooves. And because we're only working with a small part of our loom, we don't really need to worry about how many grooves in we're starting at. But if you want an idea, it looks like it's about 1/2 inch to maybe 3/4 of an inch from the far left in. So then I'm going to take the loom with my hand, my left hand here, and I flip it over, and you can see that I'm just letting the loom right here, I'm letting the hemp rest on the groove, and then I'm going to match that up down at the bottom. Just go ahead and eyeball it. You don't have to be exact, but I could tell that that looks good. And all the while I'm keeping the tension with my hand. So you see how that is, how that warp is nice and tight. Next, what I'm going to do is flip the loom forward, and I'm wrapping the hemp around the back button. Then I'm going to skip 1, 2 grooves and let the hemp rest in the third. So let me just get that. There we go. So let's just see that right there. And then once again, I'm going to match that up to the top, skip 1, 2 grooves, lay it down in the third, flip it over, and again, we're just wrapping that around that back button. And I'm going to skip 2, lay down in the third, bring it towards me. Ooh, and you see how beautiful this rainbow variegated hemp is already showing all of its gorgeous colors. Now we're going to do 4 warps, and let me just show you. See how nice and tight that is? That's how you want your warps to be. It's really important. Once again, flip forward, wrap it around the back button, skip 1, 2, lay down in the third, bring it up to the front, skip 2, lay it down in the third, and now we're going to tie it off. So I'll just wrap it around that back button a couple of times to get it, you know, nice and secure. Pull that straight, trim to about 6 or 7 inches, and then what I'm going to do is take the end of the tail and I just thread it underneath the warps. Let me see if I can't get my fingers out of the way here. So I've got the tail threaded underneath the warps, and then I'm just going to bring that tail back through the loop to create my first knot. Now you want to do that about 2 to 3 more times. So under the warps, tail goes back through the loop, pull tight. Okay, and for giggles, we'll do a third. So let's turn it over, and we'll go ahead and trim that a little bit. We'll turn that over, and that's what you want. So let me see if I can get the sound. It's almost like a guitar string. That's what you want. You want really nice, tight warps. Most of the time, if you lose the tension, it's usually the first warp or the last one that will be dragging really low. So the next thing we want to do is we want to take the rod out of the loom, and we're going to put that to the side. Now, if you're working with people, maybe younger people who might need some help with this, and you're on a time frame where you only have so many minutes to do this project, you may consider pre-warping your jewel loom, just so that everyone has a chance to actually get the bracelet done if you are in a time constraint type of situation. So what we're going to do next is I have taken a piece of the hemp that comes in the kit, and I have threaded it onto a blunt needle. That means that it's not sharp, okay, and it's plastic, and you could typically find these at your craft store. And you can do this by hand as well. I just find that using the needle does help me. Now I'm going to turn my loom this way just so that I can show you what I'm going to do next. I'm starting with the J in the jewel loom. That this is really a nice indicator of the center of your project. So you can see it says jewel loom, and that'll be my center. So I'm going to come under the warp, over the warp, under. I'm going to pull all the way through, and then I'm going to leave a tail of about 4 inches long. Then I'm going to come under, over, under. And you just want to help these first few rows to start to form. So under, over, and it's just this repetitive motion. And once again, let's just keep these nice and tight, but you don't want to distort the actual figure of the bracelet. So we're going to come under, over, under. And squeeze those little guys together. Awesome. Okay, so can you see it coming together now? The actual weave of your project is starting to show. And those first 3 rows are, you know, what I call the Thumbelina rows, because you're kind of trying to get them in there. You're trying to get everything adjusted, nice, straight, tight. And then you can see as we do the 4th one, how much easier it is. See how that just, yeah, a lot easier. And now it starts to form itself. So depending once again on the time frame that you have, you know, if you're teaching this, you could create, you know, the length of the original bracelet that I made here, which is basically the words jewel loom on the loom, or you could do something shorter. Either way, you're going to have a very colorful, fun bracelet that anyone of any age would be super excited to wear. So let me go ahead and show you what I've done over here with a finished one. So we'll push this out to the side here, and I'll go ahead and bring in my finished piece. Now, isn't that just great? I love this rainbow variegated hemp. It's really gorgeous. So now we're ready to secure these tails to the warps. And what I do is I just simply, and by the way, you could tell mine are a little bit longer. Do at least 4 inches. If you feel more comfortable leaving a longer tail, that's fine too. It's not a deal breaker. But all I did right there was I just created a little knot to secure that. And it looks like we need a little one up here too. So just, you know, creating little slip knots. And there we go. Perfect. So then the next thing that we want to do is we want to take the project off of the jewel loom. So we're going to turn this over, and you can use scissors, you can use cutters similar to the ones that I have in my hand. And basically we're going to cut. Now remember, there's a lot of tension in this loom, and so it is going to possibly make a sound when we cut. There we go, not too bad. And we're going to put the loom to the side, and then we'll start to build our project. So if I bring the finished one in, we can see that we have these 2 blue beads, and I'm just sliding that one on, and then I'm going to tie a knot. So after you add that one bead, next what you'll want to do is to start to string the other colorful beads onto the warps. So we're going to try to get both of those through there. There we go. And so what you can see I did was I spread the warps out so that you have 2 warps here and 2 warps here, and we're just going to start to string the other beads on. You just want to pinch these together. Sometimes if they're a little frayed, you can nip them, and that makes it a little bit easier. There we go. There we go. Got this really nice hemp cord. It's really nice and sturdy. So what I did, let's go ahead and take a look at the finished one here, is I added a red, a blue, and a red bead, and then I did that on the opposite side, and then I tied a really good knot, and then I added a big green bead, and then I tied another knot really nice and tight, and then I have like my little fringe right here. So again, we're just spreading the warps, stringing the beads onto the warps, tying those together after we have the beads on, you know, just a really nice tight knot. And then you'll go ahead and add the green bead, tie another knot, and then the project would be finished once you completed it on the opposite side. So let's take a look at what it looks like when we put it on. And just to give you an idea with the closure here, unless I've expanded over the last couple of days, which is possible. I have a new puppy, so who knows. But look at this, isn't it gorgeous? Just a really beautiful, quick and easy project, not only for the kids, but a great idea for summer fun, for parties, and you know, just all kinds of gatherings. What a great girlfriend bracelet. And I think the guys are going to love this as well. So there's your finished bracelet. You're going to have everything you need in the kit, as I already mentioned, your jewel loom, and my only suggestion is as I had said earlier, that if you are working in a time frame that is limited, you may want to go ahead and pre-warp your jewel looms just so that everybody has a chance to get a finished bracelet completed. Have fun, super easy, and extremely colorful.